And now for something completely different.
Watch us on YouTube.
Listen on your favourite podcast platform.
Or ask your smart speaker
To play the podcast Leicester Till I Die.
Subscribe, like, follow, and join in now.
Strap yourself in.
Because we're set up, switched on, and ready to go.
Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
And now, here's your host.
He talks right, he knows his stuff, and he knows how to make a girl laugh.
Thank you. I'm here all week. Right, Chris.
Well, that is the £1 million question, isn't it? How are you feeling? Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good day, good night, goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me and not leaving me to have to suffer this on my own. Yes. Welcome along. It's Leicester Till I Die TV. If you are watching on YouTube or Twitch, that is how you can find us, Leicester Till I Die TV. And thank you so very much for coming along and joining me. If you haven't, and if you want, well, if you haven't subscribed yet and you are new, let me just drop my little thing down there a little bit. There we go. Please do consider subscribing to the channel. It really does help us. And smash the likes on the video as well. That helps just as much. And if you are feeling generous, become a member. You get discount on merch. There's going to be, once we get enough numbers, there's going to be members-only shows. It's $1.99 a month. That is all. $1.99 of your good British pounds. We did have 3, bronze, silver and gold. It went up to about £5-6 a month, but obviously in the cost of living crisis, split them all into one and just charge the bronze price. Anyway, what we're going to get today, a gold medal, a bronze medal or the shitter? I think I know. Let's say a few hellos while we are here. A couple that were in early. Mike, good afternoon, Mike. How are you? Thanks for popping in. Got this game on my hacker for the BTTS. Good luck with that, mate. Yeah, good luck with that. How's Newport? What have you got today? Home away? Who are you playing at down there in Newport? David, we're going to come on to it in a second. The lineup is awful. Not one that I would have gone for, and not one that Craig went for. 2 up front. Well, that went out the window, didn't it? You know, we had 1 up front. Like this is you know, the bell end for you. We went 2 up. We had 1 up front, and for 180 minutes we didn't manage a shot on goal. We went 2 up front against Chelsea, mind. And we had loads of shots on target. We even managed to get a goal. So what does he do now? He goes back to 1 up front. I mean, prove me wrong, Brendan, and I will gladly say at the end of the show that I got it wrong. But you're a bell end. You are a 1,000% bell end. If anybody heard me on TalkSport this morning, I was on Saturday Supplement with Matt Rushton. and they were trying to cheer me up because I was so miserable about this game. Who can remember the first game of the season, 2-0 up, ended up drawing it 2-2. Brendan, I think he made, was it 3 or 2 substitutions, and then claimed his players were knackered because it was too hot. Bellend. Bell End. That's what he is. LCFC believer, a bit like Leicester till I die, mate. We're stuck with the names, but we've got to. He said, I didn't see the lineup. Is it really awful? We'll be bringing that up in a... Oh, I guess you've seen it now. that is class, that. So LCFC believer, wait, I didn't see the lineup. Is it really awful? Oh, for fuck's sake. Chris is in. Good afternoon. One Chris to another. How are you? Mike, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day. How the devil are you, sir? I'd like to be positive, and I'm glad Everson has got a chance, but I'm afraid we will come back after the game and say this wasn't the game for him to come in. Suter and Amati as centre-back is inexperienced. We'll come on to it in a second. Nate, good. What is it over there? Morning. I'm going to miss today, Chris. We have a chance. Yes. Yes. He is. We've only ever won when Nate has gone out and not been able to watch the show. That said, he's also gone out and I've been able to watch the show and we've lost. But I think we've only ever won when he's gone out. So big up to you, Nate. Taking one for the team there. Luke is in. Oh, Luke, what happened last night, mate? I've got to say, first of all, welcome along. I was nervous about this one of now considering events last night. Yeah, I don't think you've got too much to be worried about. This is Leicester. Forest, I've got to say, mate, credit where credit is due. What a first goal you got with Forest. What a first goal. Wow. If that's not up there in goal of the season at the end of the season, there's no justice in the world. But of course, it's Forest. You're not a big team like Leicester, so I don't know whether it will be. Mike says, and do get your I'm going to say subscriptions in. Then please do, please get your scores in. Mike has gone for 3-1 to City. Get these the right way around. Gray is in. Afternoon, Gray. Hopefully you are well. I can only see one outcome. Groundhog Day. Yeah, Shane, good afternoon. Indeed. No, he's not centre-back. He isn't centre-back, don't worry. But he is defensive midfielder. Tranmere away. I don't know, is that good, bad? You'll tell me. Coco the Clown has to go. Yeah. He really does give a new name to Bellend. He does. Uphill. Matthew is in. Good evening from Japan. Good evening, Matthew. Welcome along, sir, from the land of the rising sun. How the devil are you? Welcome. Thanks for joining us. I have 8 games left for £2,000. Look, I hope we can do our bit for you, Mike. I'm not sure we will. Painfully, regrettably, 2-1 to the Bees. And Matthew has gone 3-1 to the Bees. Now, let me just note that. And Mike has gone 1-1. 1-1 for Mike. Right. Let me just Matthew. Hang on a second. I've lost myself. So, Mike D went that. Mike D's gone 1-1. Matthew has gone 3. Matthew has gone 3-1. And Gray, I wrote you down as Bees. That's what confused me. I just very quickly, I did address this. Colonel Plunk, no hope, no faith. Base don't have it in them for a relegation scrap. A loss today by 3 or 4 goals, and all of the teams down there are the worst by a mile. Can't argue with that, Colonel. Was it Colonel? COL? I'm not sure. Shane's gone 2-0 to Brentford. And Nate's gone 2-1 to the Foxes. We'll run through these as we get up and running. I just do want to make a point out here. You may or may not have noticed whether you're in the Facebook group Leicester LTID TV or not. I don't know. I have shut it down. Yes, I did, Mike. I've got yours down 1-1. I have shut it down for the time being. I think because of the fact that we are struggling, there's a lot of toxicity in these chats. And to be quite honest with you, we don't get paid for doing these. We get a little bit of money for the YouTube, BBC, TalkSport, but we don't get anything for running the Facebook groups. Now, there's some simple rules, which obviously a lot of fans, the Neanderthals amongst us, don't seem to get. Don't be sexist, don't be racist, and do not shoot the messenger. Discuss the point that is being raised. If you can't discuss the points that are being raised, then don't fucking comment at all. Unfortunately, some people don't get that. The guy I put in about a joke post about Brendan with the Titanic. You'll see it later. I think it was that post. And some guy says, "Aren't you fed up with posting all this negativity, for God's sake?" And I went, "Well, who's the more the idiot? I'm posting in here, but you're actually still reading it and commenting on it." So I think he was the brain dead follower, not me. And somebody else was kicked out because basically they don't like women's football. Get that? You don't like women's football, but don't come on to the group just because we've signed Tete. I got pissed off with all the Mahrez fans. You don't come to support one player, although he did. And his words were, "I've come to support Tete. I support the men. I don't want to read about the women. This is a men's group." Well, you fucked off because I kicked you out. Because no, that is actually a Leicester City group. And we will cover the under-18s, under-21s. We will cover the women because King Power own the women. And if you just come to support Tete, then go and fuck off and support him somewhere else. So I'm sorry, it has become toxic. And to be honest with you, I've always said, when it stops being fun, I'll stop doing it, and it stopped being fun. So it's off for a couple of weeks, and then I'm going to have a real look at it and see if I can be bothered to come back with the group. So at the moment, we've still got the YouTube, we've still got the Twitter, we've still got Instagram, TikTok, we've still got all those. It's just, like I say, I just couldn't be arsed with them anymore. I really, really couldn't. Join in, have a laugh, have some banter, I get. But if you haven't got the brains to add anything to the conversation and tell us why Brendan is doing a good job, then just don't comment. Go off and practice your joined-up writing. This is Leicester Till I Die TV. This is the Watchalong as Leicester travel to the G-Tech Stadium to face Brentford.
Leicester Till I Die Watch Along Show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
I will. I don't think it'll happen. So Nate went 2-1 to the Foxes. Is it? I need to get my glasses on. COF Punk has gone 3-0 to Brentford. Mike, yes, I did get yours down. UK. Oh, I dread that. I don't even think that would get in the sack, to be honest with you. Everybody saying hello to everybody else. Brendan must either that or he's got very compromising pictures of Susan Whelan and Top, allegedly. Everybody's saying hello. Yeah, we are realists. I mean, Mike, I don't expect everybody to follow the women. They're having a tough time of it as well. I don't expect you to follow it. But if you don't follow it, just don't comment. Move on, for God's sake. Women forever. Annoying people. I think people, you're being very generous to them there. I'm expecting you lot to turn up today knowing teams around you. Look, 2 weeks ago, Mike, we played Southampton. Before we played them, they were the worst team in the Premier League. They beat us and did the double over us. That's how shit we are at the moment. If we'd have beaten them, we would have had a bit of a gap because all the other teams around us had really difficult games. All right, it's a bit of a funny season because you get the Bournemouth, Liverpool games, that sort of thing. But we can't even beat the bottom team. So what the? It's the only time they have won at home in the last 6 games. Southampton was when they beat Leicester. We don't know how to turn. We don't know what we're doing. I get my mum out of the house. Fair dues, mate. Fair dues. I've had some drink. Roger's in. Yeah, Terry. Yeah. I know you too well to know that you're not. But if that's what you think, you're entitled to your opinion. I have no idea where this leap of faith has come from, but we have to win eventually. A 2-1 win for John. You've been with your cousin too much, John. And Mike says, I don't necessarily follow women's football, but I can and I never... Well, exactly. That is what it is all about. To my mind, if they have got the badge on, then they're part of my club. You know, the King Power own the Leicester City women's team. They've got my support. It's like saying, I don't want to support the under-18s. Well, you don't have to, but they're part of the group. Just don't knock them, you know. Anyway, let's just have a look, shall we, at the lineup, and let's make everybody happy here. So, people have been calling it, and I'm not going to say, you know, the last couple of games, I've actually had to go and say Ward. You know, I'm a big... You know, I wanted Schmeichel gone, and I think it was the right time for Schmeichel to go. I don't think he would have been necessarily a lot... It might have been slightly better, but not a lot better. And let Evans stay. Brendan, no. But I wouldn't mind Evans taking over to the rest of the season. But... Anyway, we'll catch up with some comments in a second. So, you know, I had to say the last couple of games I've not particularly been a Ward fan. And it's disappointing he's had his chance. And I don't think it's all his fault because at the moment he's the last line of defence in pretty much a shitty team. And we can't deny we are a shitty team this season. Now, you know, if this was the Premier League season, he probably would be having a good season. You know, when he's got a front four that, to be honest with you, at the start of the season was fucking awful, he can't really do much. He can save on, but he can't. It's like, you know, it's like Zulu. Like, you know, he's looking up and he can see all these Zulus coming over the hill towards him. You know, it's like that was like that against Spurs. But look, Everson's got his chance. I suppose the argument is, could he do any worse? It's a fair question. We will find out this afternoon. All I will say is good luck to him. Back four, Evans. We all thought Evans was going to be back. He came on for 5 minutes, and then what happened? He turned up at the training ground. Harold Shipman came out, and he got injured again. I just don't know what's going on. Is Susan Whelan? Is Top? Is John Rudkin? Is nobody looking at it and saying, we have paid 100 fucking million for this training ground and all it does is ruin and injure our players? What is the point? Let's go back to Beaver Road. Drive, whatever it was. Honestly, but I have liked Amati, and we'd have been stuck without him, let's face it, at the start of the season. He was my most improved player last season. This season, he's struggling. Why can we not have Soyuncu in there? I mean, he sort of hinted that he might give Soyuncu a chance if he starts turning up at training. You know, he's not even on the bench. We've got a couple of youngsters on there, but look, it is what it is. We have got Sutar and Amati as the back as the back line. We have got Ndidi and Dewsbury Hall as the two central defensive midfielders. I think in a way that's almost like holding Dewsbury Hall back. It's like asking Tielemans when he was playing defensive midfielder. Dewsbury Hall wants to get forward. He wants to run at them, not stuck in fucking defence. But what do I know? The bell end obviously is having a great season. He knows what he's doing. Tete returns, Maddison and Barnes, and Daka up front. It's time for Daka to stand up. With no... let me just have a look at this. Yeah, Vardy... Well, the subs are Ward, Thomas, Mendy, Brunt, Sumari, Marcal Maldonuvia, Pratt, Iheanacho, and Vardy. We all, of course, know where the biggest Pratt is. He'll be stood on the side of the pitch, making notes in his notebook. And if you've got nothing to do later on, guys, when the show has finished, you can quickly nip in and watch this before we do the post-match show. It is Brendan Rodgers' new outlet. In case he gets sacked, he is going to be a film star, and he is starring in the new version of the Titanic. Will we be seeing him sink this afternoon? Unfortunately, I don't think we will. Let me just try and get Leicester up here on my watch. I've now got to try and find Leicester because Brentford isn't Brentford. So let's just have a look where we're going. That's Everton. That one isn't anybody yet. I'm not sure what that is. Could that be Brentford? That looks like that's Brentford. It does. Yep, I've got the match. Anyway, we haven't lost. We haven't lost yet to Brentford in the Premier League. We've only played them 3 times, but we've yet to lose to them. As you can see there, we have won 2 and we have drawn 1. We've won 1 at home, 1 away. Oh, there's Scott on the TV there. It's those glasses. You can reckon that top, Scott. What you doing? What are you doing? So that's the head-to-head. These are the match officials. And what I said, Mike Dean has not been picked to be VAR for the 5th week running. Yeah. Has obviously stepped down as being a referee, but he still does VAR. But he's not been picked for the last, including this one, for 5 weeks. VAR is Peter Banks. And I hate to do this, but let's have a look at the table. Yeah. If anybody thinks that we're having a good season, that Brendan's doing an okay job, look at that. I mean, yes, you can argue that certain players aren't performing. I mean, look at the miss last week of Kieran Dewsbury Hall. That, to me, is a player that's lacking confidence. You know, Kieran Dewsbury Hall of 2 seasons ago would have probably just buried that. Same with Barnes. And they are suffering, and that is down to not getting the backup from the manager. You know, he stands at the side of the pitch and goes... do the full bit here. Sorry, it goes. So I give up. I live in hope today. I really, really do. But when you look at that, 24 points. You know, I mean, I think it's only West Ham that aren't playing today. Looking at those clubs around us, he says, desperately trying to find them. Here we go. Of course, Forest played last night. Villa and Bournemouth are playing each other. Southampton are away at Spurs. At home to Spurs. You don't know what Spurs. You can't rely on them to do us a favour. Wolves are playing Leeds. I actually want Wolves to win that one. And Chelsea are playing Everton at 5:30. Could it be we could be relying on Chelsea to do us a favour again? And Arsenal are playing Palace, who, of course, their owners have grown a pair and actually sacked the manager. While there's a certain management board in the Midlands, like Nero, are fiddling while Rome burns. But look, let's hope they can give me something to smile about. I hate being like this. Like I said, it's everybody's so toxic between each other. Let's have a look and let's go back and see what you've been saying while we've been looking at the team. That was 10 minutes. That was 7 minutes ago. Not just that, these are the same people celebrating England winning the Euro, saying that exactly, Mike, exactly. Way, well done, LCFC. Everson in 26 games, too late of desperation. He's too late. Desperation by Brendan. Yeah, I think he's just throwing all the, it's like, who is it? Put him, yeah, not him. He's got a beard. He doesn't. Yeah. Mike, pretty jittery outfield players equals a jittery keeper. Yeah, exactly. And can I just say that I've got to say respect to Brentford. They are doing well. If it wasn't, Leicester can't do well. So I like to see teams like Brentford come on and do well. So well done to them. But I just hope not today. You and West Ham have had a catastrophic drop from last season. No, well, to be honest with you, mate, we weren't that good last season, if you remember. Yes, the players are coming out now. It was a couple of seasons ago when we were doing well. Last season, we wouldn't have. I think we had a bit of a run at the end, which made it look better than it was. And we obviously in Europe. Water polo can't be knocked, Chris. Ivan Toney will tear us a new one. Well, he's just been called up by England, so he's on a high. Mendy, I tell you why he's out, because Brendan praised him. The thing it's a bit like the man. Brendan praising a player is like the manager's vote of confidence. Next minute you're gone. There we go. Just making Brendan. Mike says, don't close Tony down. Close the players around him as per 90. Doesn't do that much. Be interesting to see if you are right. Bricks and Bobs, good evening. Mating notes and clapping like a penguin. Yeah, but we can't do that, Mike. Kate's in. Hello, Blue Kate. How the devil are you? You didn't do us any favours last week, did you? With your 0-0. Tony's put a few quid on being sacked tonight. If he is, I hope it comes in. Tony to get a good whack early on. There we go. I'm just confirming the Leicester lineup here. So Everson in goal. Good luck, Daniel. Pierre, Amati, Sutar on the left, and Castagna. So Sutar's actually been moved over to the left, so that's interesting. Mendy is on the bench, by the way. Ndidi and Dewsbury Hall as the two holding midfielders. Tete, Madison and Barnes going across the midfield. Barnes obviously all sitting just behind. That is Madison. And Daka up front. That is Madison's best position. I don't like him out on the wing. Put him in the middle there, let him go where he wants and cause trouble. Jeff is in. Good evening, Jeff, down there in the Philippines. You have gone 3-0 to Brentford. Great, I even listened to Nob's press conference and it was so boring, I stopped it halfway through. I have a crate of fish to throw at Roger, surely we'll catch one now, drop it. So much BS is pathetic. I've given up. Yeah, I think we all have. Well, we haven't done very well against the teams around us yet, Jeff. Watch the players' body language. It tells you everything. It does. It does indeed. Right, let us get this underway. Okay, let me do that. And let me do that again. Just remember, guys, no spoilers. I've got rid of the graphic because that was causing problems with you. Until I say it, please do not shout out or write anything, even jokingly, in the chat until I have acknowledged it on the screen. Simply because I don't know whether you're joking or whether you're being serious, and it is a straight red card. I will just kick you out. I don't care because it ruins it for me and it ruins it for everybody else. Best of luck to Iverson. Yeah, Daniel is in 4-2 to Leicester. Let's us hope so. I'll write that down, Daniel. So, it's already kicked off, obviously, but I'm a little bit behind. Leicester are in all blue, and they are playing from left to... just because you've gone for the draw. Brentford in their red and white striped tops, black shorts and black shorts, are kicking from right to left. Leicester in their all blue, which I must admit I personally prefer that to the with the white trim to the blue tops, white shorts, are kicking from left to right. And Sutar is already 17 seconds in, giving away a free kick in a dangerous position. Yeah, Sutar, he caught him. It wasn't on purpose, but he did catch him. Let me just see what I can do with that. Yeah, like I say, please no spoilers. Turf is in. How are you feeling, mate? Thoughts? It's a oh my God! Almost straight. It's a corner. A minute into the game, and they've got the first corner. That was dangerous. I didn't think we were going to be able to clear that then. Come on, Leicester. Yeah, thank you. Anyway, so Daniel, I hope things are all right and or as much as they could be. Thoughts are with you, mate. Come on, City. Swindon has scored in 2 minutes. Wow, we could do. Who is it? Let's go and get him. Please. So it's a corner to Brentford on the far side. Remember, Brentford kicking right to left. So long in swinger. Punched clear that by Everson. Only as far as the Brentford player who shoots it back in, but it comes off Dewsbury Hall out for a throw in. The referee, like I say, is Darren Bond. Obviously the son of James and brother of Basildon. Leicester coming away with Barnes. Overlapping there. Oh, what the fuck was that? I think it was Maddison actually. Plays it out to Daka. Daka plays it into the box. Straight to the goalkeeper. I still say years ago we should have signed him. We missed out there. We did miss out. It's been a long time. I was on Talk Sport this morning and saying how bad we were, etc. And they kept saying, but remember, you've got a Premier League. That's 7 seasons ago. Come on. we move on. Unfortunately, we move on, but we move down. So I've gone for a 2-1 win to Leicester, ever the optimist. I know, I'm a fool to myself. Brad's gone 3-0 to Brentford. Mike D has gone 3-1 to Leicester. Mike Green went 1-1. I think it was Jeff, was it? Somebody went 2-1. And I can't read my own writing. Matt went 3-1 to Brentford. Shane 2-0 to Brentford. Nate 2-1 Leicester. Punk went 3-0 to Brentford. UK went 7-1 to Brentford. John went 2-1 to Leicester. Jeff 3-0 to Brentford. And Daniel went 4-2 to Leicester. 1-0 is it already? Bloody hell. So Leeds. Yeah, no, bloody Leeds. You can't trust them to do anything right, can you? It's not come up yet. It hasn't come up yet. It's another corner. We can't get this ball away at the moment, Leicester. It's pumped back in again. Is that going out? What's that going out for? I'm not sure. It's a goal kick or a corner. Who did it call? It's a goal kick. It's a goal kick. We are struggling at the moment. So some early goals going in. Leeds are 1-0 up at Wolves, which has fucked us up. And where are we? Villa apparently 1-0 up at Bournemouth, which has kind of helped us. Honestly, we so need this win today. We really do. Barnes wants to throw in, but it's not going to be given to him. Doesn't matter how much you argue. Thoughts on Iheanacho being dropped? I mean, Daka did get a goal last time out. The throwing goes straight to Leicester. So like you say, it is a Villa 1, Bournemouth 0 at the moment. So Leicester on this near side. Madison's going to take it. Yeah, it's taking the throw in just inside the Brentford half. It's gone onto the far side now. Out with Barnes. You want to see a bit of Barnes magic. He's got the ball there to Kieran Dewsbury Hall, who just managed to keep it in, but he's given the ball away. Concentration. That's what we need, according to Brendan. If we concentrated, we'd be top of the league. Nacho and Dak. Yeah, I agree with you, Gray. I agree. We do need Villa to win, and they're doing their bit at the moment. James, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good day. Hit the likes and subscribe, indeed. Oh, breaking down the left here. Is it? No! Fucking hell. Jesus. Cross into the box. Thank God Castagna got something on that. It was lucky that it didn't go in as an own goal. Ricardo completely caught out there. It went across the box. Castagna, he cleared it and it went out for a corner, but he was very, very lucky. Nearly, Brad, funnily enough. I don't think what you were thinking about the team selection. At the moment, Brentford, it's just Brentford. 8 minutes gone on my clock, and it is just all Brentford at the moment. Rangers have beaten Motherwell 4-2, if anybody's following Scottish football. It's Villa 1, Portsmouth 0. And Brentford, obviously, and Leicester are 0-0 at the moment. So throw in on the far side. For Brentford, it's going to be a long one. He's going to launch this into the box. He's up, headed clear by Sutar, only as far as Brentford. And they'll chip this back in again. No, they don't. It hits Daka. So it's another throw in. This time it's taken short. Played into the middle. It's going to be a long effort. No, it's chipped into the box, but headed away by Marty. Brentford goal incoming, eh, Gray? Oh. So the way things stand, Brentford at the moment have had 60% possession. Leeds have moved up to 14th. Leicester are down to 16th. And I have frozen. So 10 minutes on the clock, 0-0 still at the G-Tech Stadium. Just realised Chelsea at the moment are 10 points clear in 11th of Palace in 12th as things stand. That is not going to be, nobody's going to be breaking out of this bottom half. Whatever happens, I think the teams that are in the bottom half are actually going to end up there. So it's a long pass attempted by Brentford, but it is cut out by the Leicester's defence. And he goes all the way back to Everson, just outside his goal. Plays it forward. And we lose it. We lose it again. Honestly. I'm going to ask everybody the question, what time do they think Leicester will concede the first goal? That's what we should do, not the score predictions. It's chipped in again, we're pinned down in the box. It's one of those where it's on telly and you're not quite sure where it's going. I thought that was going towards the goal. But it hasn't, it's gone all the way back to the Brentford goalkeeper. Wow. 64% possession now. Well cut out by Leicester. Tete now. And it's a bad ball from Tete. He played his teammate into trouble, and Brentford have it now in their own half. You do feel it's just a matter of time. 4 shots for Brentford so far, none for Leicester. And it's hardly surprising we've gone back to 1 up front and we don't have a shot at the moment. No, it's 12 minutes, Matthew. Sorry. Oh, God, you see, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, tell you what, let me have another swig of vodka. Vodka, you could say, I can't even say that. 17 minutes said Matthew and 25 minutes says Gray. Now then, Daka. Back to Tete. He wasn't expecting it, I don't think. Tete trips it in, but it's headed clear. Did he keep that? Oh, it didn't matter whether he kept it in or not. It went straight into the Brentford goalkeeper's arms. That was a bit better from Leicester. A bit better. I don't know. I do like to see the league table as it stands, to be honest with you. So Leicester cut it out in our own half in the centre of midfield. Oh, that was a good attempt there, the through ball. It was unfortunately cut out, otherwise Daka could have been through. But Ndidi there, who tried to play a really nice through ball! Oh, chipped in by Brentford, but it was straight into the arms of the waiting Everson. "33 minutes," says Kate. I've got a feeling for 43, to be honest with you. Great. What have you been drinking? I'll have some, please. It's been either back to Everson who hoofs it forward into the Brentford half, but it's headed down by a Brentford player. But it comes out. That was well taken by Ndidi there. But it is over on the far side with Castagna. Plays it forward to Barnes, who's hugging the touchline on the far side. Cuts inside. Tries to play a 1-2 with Dewsbury Hall. That is a bad... Oh! Oh, no! And Barnes went down then, or Dewsbury Hall went down. Let's just have a look at that again. It was a poor return ball from Dewsbury Hall. Barnes was taken down, but he got straight back up and shot, but it went across the front of the goal. Not sure it was a free kick, in fairness. It wasn't quite bending enough. It managed to hit the camera. I thought for a minute there. Still Southampton 0, Tottenham 0. And Middlesbrough 0, Preston 0. Of course, Man City take on Burnley in the FA Cup at 5:45 for some reason tonight. Good luck to Burnley, but I think they'll need more than luck. I'm not being disrespectful. So throw into Leicester on the near touchline. Tete trying a bit of Brazilian magic. Passes it back to Ricardo. Chips it in! Ooh! Daka just wide. Daka do. I'm turning to drink my nerves of that shot. Oh, that wasn't far off. It was a good cross in there from Ricardo, and Daka say just wide. I think the goalkeeper had it covered, in fairness. Do they play other sports here at this stadium? Because there's an extra white line, which I don't know what it's there for. Yeah, we could do, Mike. That's a good idea. Leicester coming forward again, but again, it's a poor pass. It was the right idea, but he just couldn't do it, basically. Yeah, we'll do something at the end of the season, Mike. Defo. Let me know, Mike, if you want to come on for the watch-along tomorrow for the Formula 1. I'm doing another watch-along. Yeah, it does look like it. Well, it looked like American football, sort of that sort of thing. It's only on one side of the pitch, though. But yeah, that would explain it. Still looks in very good condition. Dewsbury Hall's got the ball now, running into the Brentford half. He's going to play it out to Barnes. Again, still hooking that touchline. Plays it inside. Comes to Ndidi. They're playing neat little 1-2 football, Leicester, but it's no point doing that if nothing comes of it. We've still got it on the far side. Again, played it forward to a player that's got 2 on them. Why are we doing that? It's on this side now. On the near side. It's chipped out. What can Tete do with it? We've got a spell of possession here, and we're back on the halfway line. Fair play. Oh, of course it is, Mike. Yeah, of course it is. Tete with the ball down here. Oh, it's a lovely little home swing in ball. Madison there. Oh, we just can't control it. Oh, it's a free kick to Brentford. I mean, we had the ball there for a good 5 minutes, but we just didn't do anything with it. I mean, there's the argument is when we've got the ball, the opposition can't score, but it'll only work if we do something with the ball. Surely. And don't call me Shirley. Everton, of course, are playing in the 5:30 game against Chelsea. A long ball down by Brentford, down the near side, but it was too far for Henry, and it's gone out for a Leicester throw-in. Thomas Frank looking very confident there. Going to be frank with you. No, excuse me, burping there. No grade, no end product whatsoever. Ricardo with the throw-in. Come on, Leicester. Prove us all wrong. Prove us all wrong. Shut us up. Oh, yes, indeedy. Oh. Controlled it nicely. No, it was Daka, I think. Controlled it well twice and then lost it. Everson rolls it out to Ricardo. No, he doesn't. It's Amate. Oh. What? Oh, you... Fucking hell. Referee. There are some absolute tossers of referees. Oh, no, actually, maybe there's not. He did... Madison's booked after 20 minutes. He's going to have to watch it. Why are you surprised, Madison? I have to apologise to Mr. Bond there. You pulled the shirt. You pulled him back. Of course it was going to be a yellow card. What were you expecting? And then he goes, I didn't do anything. Yes, you did, James Madison. You pulled his shirt, you tosspot. Leeds are still leading Wolves. No pun intended, 1-0. Free kick to the far side, headed back in. It's head tennis at the moment. It comes out, but only as far as another Brentford player. He turns on the ball, he passes it. It's chipped back in, but it's going to go out for a goal kick to Leicester. Yeah, I did. I said that earlier, Gray. You weren't listening. I've got to say, I got to apologise to him because, I mean, what? How can you actually? I mean, he was going like that, on his back, pulling his shirt like that. Gets the booking, and he's like, well, "What did I do?" I mean, I know a lot of these players, haven't exactly got the biggest amount of brain cells in their head, but what the hell was? You pulled his shirt. Maybe he's hoping he'll get sent off. Then he won't get injured for England. And he can go and play for them. Maybe that's his master plan. Well done. Newport 1-0 up. Nice one, Mike. Well done. Wish I could say that about Leicester. Thank you, Mike. You are a gentleman, sir. I hold you to that. So it's Leicester. Oh, he tried to take a shot there, Barnes. It was never going to get through all the Brentford players. Every single one of them is back now. Chip the ball in. Oh, and he goes, hang on! Oh! Daka is causing a few 1 or 2 problems. I'm not going to lie. Daka is causing a few problems. So it was chipped in. It wasn't cleared. Yeah, it wasn't cleared by the defender. Daka tried to get the head to it. Number 5 for Brentford got his foot but couldn't clear it. Came down. Daka was very quick to get to it. Fair play to him, but it did go over. It did go over. So at the moment, it's Villa 1, Bournemouth 0. It's 0-0 here between Brentford and Leicester. Celtic Hibernian a 0-0. Middlesbrough leading Preston 1-0. Millwall 0, Huddersfield 0. Southampton and Tottenham are still 0-0. Sunderland are holding Luton to a 0-0. Wolves are losing to Leeds 1-0. And of course, Chelsea and Everton kick off, like we said earlier, at 5:30. Indeed. I want him to. I mean, let's face it, we know that there was a good player in there with Daka. What was a bit risky there by the Brentford defender. Played the ball back to the goalkeeper. Maybe if Daka had been running after that, he might have actually got to it. But no, we do know there's a good player in there in Patson Daka. Tete wins it, but it doesn't control it. Goes to the Brentford player. I mean, look at those 4 goals against Moscow. So we know he's done it. The thing is, he can't live off that forever. That is the thing. He's got to sort of start proving it. But then he's got to start getting the game time. We've said this for years about Inacho, didn't we? If you're not getting the game time, you can't put the performances. And 10 and 15 minutes here and there isn't going to, give you that confidence and playing time. Oh, come on, Leicester. Do the simple passes. Brentford are doing that, and they're cutting into the Leicester defence again. Crossing it over, totally unmarked on the far side for Brentford. He chips it in! Oh, how did that not go in? Leicester defence there, caught napping. It was a simple ball we gave away again. Chipped to the far side. Castagna well out of position. It came on to the number 13, I think it is, 19 for Brentford. Tried to curl it in, and it goes, thankfully for us, just over the top. What defence? The man with the hammer's coming in the morning to mend it. Now it's again, fucking hell, look where you're passing it! Jesus Christ! Not one of you is good enough to do a blind pass, so have a look where you're putting the fucking ball and stop passing it to the opposition. I think that was Dewsbury Hall. He got it, he just gave it away. That's not concentration, that's just being shit. My God, even Thomas Frank's got a no. Oh no, shit! Hell! Oh God! Please, somebody take these. They couldn't be at the moment. Sometimes they're playing like under 10s. Head tennis at the moment. Nice turn there by Ndidi. Tete can't hold on to it and he loses it. Oh, who knew? They are, Gray. I must admit, though, I am colourblind myself. I only just found that out the other week until it hit me like a bolt out the purple. Come on. I've got to... Even the fact that I can still crack jokes, and when I say jokes, I am using the loosest possible term. Oh, please, just pass it to each other. Ball's gone out. Thankfully, it's a goal kick to Leicester City. You're all just ignoring that joke, aren't you? I don't blame you, really. Again, they are just cutting us open when they want to. We have not got an answer for their wingers. Certainly on this left-hand side, they are coming at us so much on this left-hand side. It's a good job we haven't got Camilla as a right back, otherwise they'd be able to say we're passing the Dutchie from the left-hand side. Thank you, that's 2 in a row. I'm here all week. No, what the... Honestly. And here we go. We all know what's happened. I haven't caught up with it yet. And it's come from a corner. One 0 to Brentford. "31 minutes. Whoever, I think 33 was the closest. 31.5. Everson gets up and has a drink. Fuck knows why. Let's have a look. So the corner comes in. Well, it doesn't. It's played out to the edge of the box. It's played across on the outside. Oh, an argument about offside. I don't think so. But those extra lines might help. And Everson, don't know what he was doing. I think it actually might have come off Dewsbury Hall. Well done, Kate. Yeah, I thought somebody said 33. I give up. I've got to say, I think in fairness to Everson, I think it did take a deflection. We're not sleepwalking. Brad. I knew you'd come in with that one. Danny Ward would have saved it. Oh, God. This is just... Wish some of the fucking players would take Viagra, Mike. Might give them a purpose in life. They're playing like dicks after all. Leicester are down to 27th now. I mean, this is not the team that got to the semi-finals of a European competition. It's not a team that won the FA Cup. I mean, look, they're just fucking Brentford players beating two Leicester players. Open in the middle to... last attempt defending by Sutar. I thought that was going to be 2-0. Still could be. We can't get it away. We're just fighting about. We just can't get it away. Tete's back. He's gone out for a corner. Where did you send him a message to, Gray? Foxes always quit. That is very true, Bricks and Bobs. 27, that's about as high as we've been, isn't it, Brad? An attempt by Castagna there. Unfortunately, just the ball ran out. 37 minutes gone. Are we going to have fun tonight, eh, Brad? Brentford are just... It's all Brentford at the moment. Yeah, I can believe it, UK. Oh, no, I think no. Well, had we equalised against Villa and Spurs, had we? Wow. A lot of... At least they're showing some fight, though, James, and going in with these tackles. You know how to make a man feel good, don't you, UK? I'm going to pinch that, mate. Foxes always quit. There's a corner played out. Into the middle now. Chipped into the box. Header out by Ricardo. Oh, that's a free kick, surely. And a booking. I think he took one for the team there, the Brentford guy. Okay, where are you then? Are you in America? UK. Oh, you got the UK flag. 12:40 there. Don't blame you, mate. Don't blame you. Still, at least we'll have to put up with this rubbish next week. Brentford defended well, and they've just, again, they've left us standing as they break away. We got away with one there as well because the player was through, and if Everson hadn't been actually on the edge of his box, the Brentford player could have got to that first and it could have been 2-0. 40 minutes gone. In fairness, it might have taken a couple of deflections, actually. I think it came off Ricardo, and then it might have come off Dewsbury Hall as well. I'm not sure I can blame Everson for that. Right, I don't know. Whether Brendan's got some compromising pictures, like I said earlier, of Susan and Top together, allegedly. So Villa, Brentford, and Leeds all winning. Brendan's got no idea. He's just stood there. He's got absolutely no idea. He's not giving any direction to the players whatsoever. He just stood there, arms crossed, chewing his gum, thinks he's Alex Ferguson. There's absolutely no direction at all coming from the bench. I think Pipe said it on the radio. He just couldn't inspire anybody. Offside? Fuck off. He is, Mike. He is. These players aren't this bad. It's the setup and the tactics. You can't. The problem is you cannot sack 15 players. And, however bad they're playing it, the manager is paid to get the results. And, the argument is that the players go out and do what they're told on the pitch. Tottenham have taken the lead at Southampton. There's two results going our way at the moment. Villa are beating Plymouth and Tottenham are beating Southampton. Can we take advantage? Nice move here by Leicester. But again, it just breaks down at the last minute. Leicester, they're like, those pencils you get with rubbers on the end? They're like those, but they haven't got the rubber on the end. Yeah, Madison, let's try a long shot from that far out. You ain't fucking playing for, Betis or whatever it was that scored that the other day. And there's a long shot then from Dewsbury Hall. Goes wide. Who knew? Sorry, Mike. Well, we might never know. Vardy's shown Vardy sat on the bench there thinking, what the fuck am I still doing here? No. I mean, at the moment, I couldn't see any of them scoring in the brothel on a free evening. I mean, you've got decisions like that not going against you. It's 2 minutes of injury time, and I've got to be honest with you, the Turtles are refusing to come out. And I don't blame them, to be honest with you. I don't know, Luke. I really don't know. Pedro Porro for Spurs. Says Kate. So Barnes has got it on the left-hand side. Can we do anything with it? He plays it in to Castagna, back to Barnes. Barnes running at the... If he's got two people around him, and we get a throw-in, but obviously he was never going to beat that. Mike, if we went 1-1-8, do you think we'd get a goal? Are you Peter Taylor in disguise? When you think Peter Taylor took over a good side, started well with them, and there it is, half time, 1-0. What the fuck? I'm going to do what this club are playing like, and I'm going to have a shit. And I'm going to say, hello, Brendan, what are you doing in my toilet? I will see you in about 3 minutes. I'm quite, I'm quite quick. We'll be right back.
Hello, Matt Elliott here.
Hi, Alan Smith here.
Hey guys, Ian Hume here.
Hi everybody, Jerry Taggart here.
Be sure to watch
Chris and Leicester Till I Die TV
for all the latest Leicester City news and information.
You can also subscribe on YouTube and various social media channels
for the latest updates and news on Leicester City Football Club.
Come on, you foxes!
This is the Leicester Till I Die Watchalong show. Join in the chat and don't forget to subscribe.
I will love it if we beat them. Love it.
Well, we ain't going to. What? Excuse me. Got a sweet in my mouth. What a load of crock. What a load of crock. Got to ask the question. Not sure if Brad's going to be able to get in or not and give us his thoughts on that first half. Or anybody else wants to. Have to go 3-5-2 in the second half. Look, you know Brendan doesn't have a plan B. What he'll do is he'll take off player A and replace him with player 8.1. He's got no fucking idea about tactics. He's going to destroy our club. Yes, he is. He already has. I'm off to commit Harikiri. Isn't he a Japanese striker? Could we sign him? Brad is there. You popping in, mate? Sing it with me. Stoke on a Tuesday. We'll be playing Stoke on a Tuesday. Yes, we will. And that is exactly what I said on TalkSport this morning. Snoke not far from me. Well, you'll be happy then, Terry. But be ironic, Leicester playing Derby next season after the slagging off Derby. Yeah. I mean, but what goes around comes around. And at the end of the day, we will be where we deserve to be. It's as simple as that. John, Brentford look more hungry, fitter and more organised than us. Can I change my 2-1 prediction? No, you can't. Like me, you're stuck with it, mate. Hey, we're halfway there. We can still get the 2 goals. James, so far it's only the lead scoreline I'm not happy with. Big 45 minutes in the other games to come. Huge big 45 minutes. Just correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember any City manager losing 17 games and not being sacked. I'll go with you on that one. I'll go with you. I really will. And Matthew says, no fight at all. I'm so depressed. Couldn't fight our way out of a fucking paper bag, mate. Oops. Let me just get rid of that, Brad, and I'll say good evening. Is Brendan Rodgers Peter Taylor in disguise?
No, I actually think Peter Taylor actually was better.
Well, he did take us top for a while, but I mean, the reason I say that, and look, we all know how we feel about Peter Taylor, but he came in, had a good start, and then it all went wrong. Exactly the same with Brendan Rodgers, just obviously over a longer period.
Yeah, I mean, look, he totally cheat when we look back at this in years to come. We're not seriously going to compare Brendan's time to Peter Taylor's in its longevity because he won us an FA Cup. He's got us European football. We're not going to, you can't, as much as you try and, maybe some fans try and calm it down a bit, you know, we will remember the whole Ranieri, but he did it with Pearson side of things. But realistically, they're not in the same league. But this season, they really are. Yeah, but this season they really fucking are. Excuse my French. Yeah. Can I just say? I know I did it in the chat, but to all of them that wanted Alex to play, Danny Ward would have saved it. And I'm not letting it slide because none of you evil beings, you evil people, and listen to my tone, I'm clearly being facetious and facetious here. You evil people wouldn't let Danny Ward off the hook when we drew 2-2 at the first game of the season. So no, I don't care if it took 6 deflections. Danny Ward would have saved it. We need Ward in goal, not Iverson. How does it feel, guys? I knew it was coming. It's a sad thing. We knew he was going to concede.
Oh, you wrote that down, didn't you? I mean,
I pre-recorded it at midnight tonight just in case.
Yeah. No, I mean, it did. I think he actually took 2 deflections.
Well, he shouldn't have dived for the second one, should he? He shouldn't have dived out of the way of the ball. Danny Ward would have fallen over it. It wouldn't have been a spectacular save, but he would have still.
Again, I mean, I would put that in the same bag as the is Brendan Peter Taylor in disguise. I put those 2 comments both in the same drawer there. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I get that.
Can you see us coming back? I mean, I know
Nope.
I went for a 2-1 win, so it's technically still on, but I couldn't see us scoring.
For the first time in my life, I'm confident about a Leicester prediction I made, and for anyone who watched the prediction show, you'll know that I'm confident for the wrong reasons, and it's really sad to say that. I mean, one thing that gets me, I know I commented on the post when you shared the team news. You know, I like to get me 2 pence in before the game kicks off.
That's what we're doing for, and I don't mind you. Unlike a lot of fans, well, that's in the Facebook group, of course. You comment on the actual post rather than the person that's posting it.
Yeah, I don't like to attack the person who's sharing Leicester City stuff, being a Leicester fan, funny enough. But one thing that really did baffle me, and yet rolled my eye emoji as it literally was we went back to 1 up front.
Yeah.
We went 2 games where we couldn't muster a shot, or at least we couldn't, couldn't muster a shot on target in 2 games. We played 2 up front, gave away some awful goals, lost the game 3-1, but we had shots on target and scored. And that reward was. So I'm still looking for the reward for actually 2 strikers playing okay and actually getting something out of the game and scoring a goal.
If you find it at all, do let me know.
Well, you need to get some wanted missing posters around Leicester Stadium and everywhere else because it's surely still in Leicester somewhere. We just lost it.
Yeah, I mean, Foxes always quit was the quote earlier.
Seems that way. Because you know what they're doing, and again, this needs to be said to the players, the managers, every single person who has an influence or an impact on how they go about their business out there. Stop letting your players on the time off play Sabutio because they must think that's how football's played. Because they do this, Chris. This is Leicester's midfield watching Brentford pass it around, and I say watch it because that's all they did. This is all Leicester have done all off every time Brendan have had it. They've watched the ball. They've not tracked a runner like they're supposed to. Because how many times have we said they keep getting in down that right-hand side and it's taken a last-ditch Ricardo tackle to sort it out because Biss has got down the side or whoever's playing left bloody wing for a team gets down that side because our midfield and defence don't engage the ball and don't engage the game.
Number 8, I said earlier, he's got down that left-hand side like... Nice.
Mate, they could put their sub-goalkeeper on and he'd get freedom down that side because our players don't engage with the game at the moment. They preempt and it doesn't work. And again, go and watch them. You know what? I'll write to Leicester myself, see if I can get their permission, and I'll make a full montage of every training video this season that shows us doing that in the training ground. So why are we all surprised that we're losing 1-0? Sorry, Chris, I'm ranting.
This is why I want you on, and I'm not the only one that's sort of moaning. But look, Palace have just sacked the manager. There's an international break coming up. That means we've got 2 weeks if we were to sack Brendan when we could get another manager in, and he's got a couple of weeks to play with the squad that's not going off on international duty. Am I hoping here? Am I maybe reading something that isn't there?
I'm at that point, mate. I'm at that point where, you know what, out of all the interim player to managers that have absolutely Kev, and I feel rightful stick because I don't think you should get awarded a Premier League job just for being a good Premier League player, or a half decent one, or just a Premier League player if you're Scott Parker. I joke, he was actually decent at parts of his career. That's just
actually, I think Scott Parker would be a better player than 10 of ours on the pitch at the moment.
Well, yeah, I will give him that. I say it tongue in cheek. If you compare the likes of Lampard and Vieira and what they've won, he's a bog standard Premier League. But right now, it didn't work with Palace because he didn't have the quality players. But he had them trying to play attacking grace football.
Yeah,
I'm up for it. You know what? For all I've said, the one manager that's gone from player to backroom staff to management in the Premier League job, he's the only one so far that's shown me any inspiration that they can actually do it at a changeover. I'd take it to the end of the season right now with what I'm seeing. I'm sick of seeing the same shite.
Well, we're about to kick off. In fact, we are. We're back underway. No changes as far as I can see it. No surprise there.
I'm off to go and watch Brentford score 2 then, mate. I'll leave you guys to it. Enjoy yourselves, everybody.
Hey, Lampard for Leicester.
That's too far. See
you at full time if you want to pop on, mate.
Yeah, see you then, mate.
Cheers. Thanks for coming on.
No worries.
Check out Top 10 Battles. That's where Brad's home is. Get over there and get supporting him. Right, let's bring this back in. So it's not just me, you see, that's unhappy. There we go. Leicester, though, in all blue, now kicking from right to left. Brentford 1-0 up, red and white tops, stripes, obviously, black shorts, and black socks, I think, with a bit of red trim. And it's 1-0. They are winning. I can't see us scoring, I've got to be honest with you. I think if it was a buy one, get one free at a brothel house, I don't think Leicester could score. Oh, am I wrong to get my hopes up at the start of this second half? Anthony. Well, he used to be good at penalties, didn't he, Anthony? Just asking. If the second half fan kicked off, Gray, I was going to say that would be a dream team, wouldn't it? Defence, I mean, David, welcome along. I mean, to me, defence is... At times, we are holding on. I wouldn't say we are, we're holding on. I don't know, Mike, if anybody in the chat can answer that. Obviously, I can't have the sound on for copyright reasons. We wouldn't score if they had no goalkeeper. Exactly. Immediately, it's a free kick. So it's Villa 1, Bournemouth 0, Brentford 1, Leicester 0, Southampton 0, Tottenham 1, Wolves 0, Leeds 1. Leeds are showing some fight. It's something that we could not... Well, I don't know where the fight's gone, to be honest with you. I'm just about to see the corner. It looks quite full of blue. And it's actually sold out or not. So it's a goal kick. Everson boots it upfield. Leicester still have it. Dewsbury Hall out to Castagna on this near touchline. Into Madison. Madison across. And that was Ndidi. Back to Sutar. Back to Amate. Oh, no, for fuck's sake, Indeedy. For fuck's sake, wank off. You can't even fucking pass a ball. We were lucky there. Indeed, he passed it straight. Oh, what the fucking hell was that? Excuse me all. I mean, Indeedy then. We were passing it around and he got the ball and he passed it into the middle of no fucking where. Southampton have equalised. Fucking Leeds have gone 2-0 up. I actually said to Craig in the preview, would he take a draw? Because I always ask him that. And he said he would. We couldn't draw dot to dots at the moment. I don't know, Anthony. I really don't know. Nobody can be worse. I'd have Steven Gerrard. I'd have Frank Lampard. I'd have anybody. I'd have Nathan Jones over Brendan Rodgers at the moment. Oh look! Guess what Rodgers is doing? Somebody throw him a fucking fish and slap him about the face with it. Like that Monty Python sketch. Vardy's warming up. And so is Iheanacho. Tell you what, Mike, I'd give the fat lady a start over this dross. She could play better than, and I'm including Maddison in this today, she could play better than any of these. Was the free coach travel today? Did Top do that so that we didn't ask for the money back? Come on! Yes. No. Yes, it's a goal. Harvey Barnes. I can't even get excited about it. Harvey Barnes has equalised for Leicester. 1-1. I've got to say, Brad, if you're watching, Steve, if you're watching, there's your 2-0s and 3-0s out the window. Fair play to Leicester. It was a good move. And Barnes. And I didn't think it was going to sneak in, but it has done. He took it well. That is the best move we've actually had. That was incisive. That was cutting through the defence. And, well, best move. I've got to be honest with you. Best move of the game. And you see what happens. About as excited as I can get. I'm going to say fair play. It was, like I said, it's the best move of 52 minutes for us. We've got one back. Let's see where we go from here. Can we capitalise on this now? Exactly, Brad. Like I say, best move of the match, and we score. I hope everything's all right, James. Hope nothing serious. Take care, buddy. You called it 1-1, but it's not over yet. That fat lady's still in the crowd. I do tell my mum to stop going to games. I don't know if I wanted to stay at 1-1 so I get a bit of money off you. What the fuck was that? All that defending? Marty, you're a fucking wank defender at the moment. And we've suddenly lost the stream altogether. Where has the Leicester? There we go. There it is. That was a bit of bad defending. I've got to say, well done to Barnes. He deserved it. We just need to capitalise on this now. But well done, Harvey. It was the best move of the match from Leicester. And it's so exciting that my stream keeps freezing. Leeds are 2-0 up at Wolves now, still. Come on, Spurs, you can get another one. "54 minutes gone." Ever the optimist, Jeff. Ever the optimist. Yeah, sing your heart out for the lads. Hopefully we don't shoot ourselves in the foot. No, hopefully we'll shoot at their goal. See what I did there? You can't ignore this. See, all the time you ignore my jokes, I'm just going to come back with others. Stick with a 3-1 City win. Need to go for the jugular now if we can find it. We do, but we're defending like this at the moment. Dewsbury Hall, pushing forward, push from behind, surely. What the fuck, the referee? Got it down the right side here, Brentford. Leicester can't get it away. Oh, well done, Ricardo. Stuck his foot out there. Stop playing it across the fucking goal. And that's basic fucking coaching. Do not pass the ball across your own goal. I was taught that at school. Was anybody else? Brentford are actually warming the substitute. Well, they're not warming the substitute. They got past that. He's getting his kit on. So we're up to 16th at the moment. If we get another goal, we could go as high as 13th. I know, nosebleed territory. James Maddison has been directly involved in 22 goals in the last 23 Premier League starts, 13 goals and 9 assists. When he was injured, we did fuck all. Yeah, Gray, exactly. Yes. Couple of subs look like they're coming on for Brentford. Tomorrow, folks, we are covering the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix with a watch-along live from 4:30 and ahead of 4:30, and ahead of that, I can advise you that Verstappen is currently the fastest ahead of qualifying. Then what I got asked on this morning on the radio was, if it wasn't such a season as it was, if this was a normal season, we would be in more trouble than we were. We have got to be thankful that there's some weird results going on there, and the fact that we haven't been cut adrift. If this was a normal season, we could have been well adrift. Nice one, great. I don't think I'm going to be allowed to do the graphics like I was last week, though. F1 have sort of had a bit of a clamp down with me. So it's a boot up field there from Everson. Everson. It's out for a throw into Leicester on the far side, just inside the Brentford half. Coming up to 60 minutes played. Half an hour to go. We would be great, totally. We would be dead and buried if this was a normal season. And from the throw-in, it goes all the way back to Everson. It was being... Yeah. Dewsbury Hall. Oh, now then, come on, Leicester. Oh, what the fucking hell was that? Who's captain today, by the way? Madison just totally played it nowhere. Substitutes coming on here for Brentford. I'll read those out for you as soon as it comes up. Damsgaard and Visser are off. So Damsgaard, number 24 and 11, Damsgaard and Visser are off. And coming on, number 10 and number 9, De Silva and Sade. So De Silva and Sade are the two players coming on for Brentford. 99, well, to be honest with you, Kate, I understand that totally. I understand that. No, he's just been dropped, Luke. Is it Madders? Yeah. Yeah, no, there's a Kate. Totally understand that. Totally understand. Gray, your jokes are worse than mine. So how are we doing on the old prediction league? Villa Bournemouth. Yeah, we all went for a Villa win. Southampton Spurs, nobody went for a draw. Me and Brad went for a win for Spurs. Southampton, said Steve. Wolves Leeds. Yeah, nobody got that one. Nobody got that one at all. Chelsea Everton later on. Well, Steve went for an Everton win. Chelsea win for myself and Brad. So no change in scores at all at the moment. Tete's going over to take a corner for Leicester. He needs to show some Brazilian flair. It's our first corner of the game. We're half an hour, 60 minutes into the game, and we get our first corner. Oh, that was a cheeky little corner. Didn't come to anything, and it's back out now with Ricard Castagna. First having a little spell here of attacking. Not sure if they can make anything of it. Wolves 1 Leeds 3. How did that happen so quickly? I missed that one. That's a game that's got the goals in. Wolves 1 Leeds 3. Right, Vardy's coming on, Pratt's coming on. Of course, because Vardy's proved such to be a top goal scorer for us this season, isn't he? Still Southampton 1, Tottenham 1. Corner for Brentford. It's headed away. They've still got the ball there, but it's back into their own half from the corner. Bloody hell. Goalkeeper's up on the centre. The edge of the centre circle for Brentford. Jesus hell, where's Joey Goodjohnson when you need him? Tete is coming off. Fairness, he's not had the best of games. Pratt's coming on. Daka is off. And Vardy is on. Now that's a good move, isn't it? Because Vardy's been such a goal scorer. You know I'll eat my words now if he goes on and score, don't you? Well, again, I don't think we're seeing anything of a change here of thank God for that. Spurs have gone ahead. 2-1 against Southampton. Yeah, I'll eat my words if Vardy scores now. But I mean, he's got one all season, and then we lose the ball, and we get a free kick. You know, the referee's given us something. No, Mike, he's brought Vardy on. Who did I mention, Gray? So 66 minutes gone. It's still 1-1 here. Kane's getting a goal. Oh, come on, referee! For fuck off! You know, they clatter one of ours, you give fuck all. We nudge into one of theirs, you give a free kick. Joey Goodjohnson, who played for us, Gray. Methinks you're being facetious. I mean, this referee, for fuck's sake. Ten shots each. Brentford, 53% possession to Brentford, 47 to Leicester. We're 16th as things stand. A whole 1 point off the bottom three. No, you see again, exactly the fucking same happens, and you give a corner to Brentford. Fucking referees are a joke in the Premier League. I know you're shit, but be shit for both sides. Desperate defending from Leicester here. Hang on. It's gone 2 minutes and he's not given a free kick to Brentford. Vardy feeds. Oh, a bit of a cock up there. Barnes is being outplayed by the Brentford goalkeeper. Are you thinking of Ida Goodjohnson? Again, Maddison holds his head. He plays a pass, and the Leicester player stands there, waits for it to go to him, and it doesn't. Twenty minutes left. Corner to Leicester. Punched clear there by the Brentford goalkeeper. Got it clearing out for a corner, out for a throw in on the far side for Leicester. Wolves are fighting, doing a stage in a comeback. Can they help us? I thought that was out then. Of course, it was in Brentford's favour, so it wouldn't be. Ivan Toney making a mess of it there. He's had, and then he gives a foul away. Had a very, very quiet game as Ivan Toney. But if that's not happened yet on the screen, so if you're giving giving an early substitution. If you're giving spoilers out, you know what happens? You get banned. I mean, you and me both, mate. We're all bricking it. No, you did say that, Mike. You did say that. As a Brentford player down at the moment. Right, Hubert, you're going to have a timeout, I'm afraid, because you did a spoiler there on told people no spoilers. So apparently Samara is on for Ndidi, but of course we all knew that because Hubert spoiled it for everybody by telling us all. That said, I don't know why. Mendy apparently was the attacking defensive midfielder he wanted. But you know what Roger's like, he talks bullshit, doesn't he? He's been timed out, Mike. It's all gone very, very, very flat. Oh, well, certainly. I think you could be right there, Mike. Oh yeah, it's Brentford free kick. Samari's been on 2 minutes, gives away a free kick. Of course, not with this referee. Bound to give it a free kick to Brentford. Barnes is breaking away down the left-hand side. He gets a corner. Tottenham have gone 3-1 up. Wow. Let's hope that that's it. That Tottenham have done us a bit of a favour. But I don't know. Yeah, Barnes was having his shirt pulled there. Not enough for a penalty, I don't think, but he was definitely having his shirt pulled. "15 minutes to go. Corner to Leicester. I think it's our second corner. Chipped in and goes straight onto a Brentford head. Heads it out. So Castagna plays it in and it's headed out again by Brentford. Oh, we got a free kick. Everybody. We have a free kick. We have a free kick. Sade, number 9. I don't believe it on Maddison. We have a free kick. It's a free kick to Leicester with Maddison taking it. Tipped into the box. Headed up, and it's a corner on the far side. Okay, thank you. Thank you. We need all the help we can get. Madison runs over to take the corner. On the far side. There's jostling going on in the box. It's chipped into the box. Headed out again. Sutar was that with a powerful shot. Ricardo to chip it back in. Heads it down. Oh! Somehow we managed to hit a Brentford defender with the shot. Come on, Leicester. Got the ball on this far side. Oh, fucking side. Yeah, I don't believe it. Villa have gone 2-0 up. Newport, well done, Mike, 3-0 up. Southampton have got one back to 3-2. You know what Spurs are going to do, don't you? You just know what Spurs are going to do. They're going to be all Spursy. That's okay, but just try and remember in future. We don't have many rules, but that is one rule I do have, and I do stick to it. Coming up to 80 minutes gone. 0-0. 1-1 still. 1-1. Villa 2, Bournemouth 0. Middlesbrough 3, Preston 0. Celtic 1, Hibs 1. Huddersfield are beating Millwall. Southampton 2, Tottenham 3. Wolves 2, Leeds 3. Plenty for the pundits on Match of the Day to talk about tonight. Free kick to Brentford. Still got it. It's going to be a long shot. Blocked. Well, good block there. Player getting in the way, and it's going to go all the way back. On the 80 minutes, we've got 10 minutes left. 10 minutes for something to happen. Cross from Brentford, it goes all the way across and out on the other side. You've lost me, Mike. For the prediction show. You're most welcome, sir. Madison wants the foul, but he's not going to get it off this referee. Oh, Barnes. Played us into trouble there. Stania got away with one. It wasn't a penalty, but, it could. Well, with this referee, you don't know. Will a draw be enough to keep Brendan in his job? Now Vardy now. He's on to this. Oh, was blocked well by the Brentford player. The goalkeeper just let it run back into his box and picked it up. Problem is, Mike, I do see what you're getting at. And like I said earlier, I asked Craig that last night, but is a point good enough? Problem is, we look at Brentford and forget how good they are this season. Oh, Wolves have had a player sent off. Typical. Come on, watch where you're passing it. Vardy, hold on to the ball, control it. That'll be a free kick. Yeah, of course it was, referee. And he's going to book a Leicester player. I'm sorry. I'm gonna call it out. Darren Bond is bent. Whether that was a free kick or not is a different story. But he just has not given Leicester anything at this stage. True, Luke. Draws aren't good enough. I don't know, Mike. They test us sometimes, don't they? It's like you love your wives, but sometimes you can shout at them. You know, sometimes I think the singing section in here is better than the singing section when we play at the KP. Bring the clappers back, that's what I say. Leicester throw in. I think we got away with one there. Right, come on now, Leicester. Out on the far side. Chips it in. Headed away. Nobody there. Madison back in. Back out. Suter. What a run from Suter. That was Ronaldo-esque there from Suter. Barnes now. 4 minutes to go. Crosses it in. Palms it away. So the goalkeeper and then he falls on it. Barnes is brought down. Or he brought somebody down. That's as the referee will see it that way. So at the moment it's been 54% possession to Brentford, 46 to Leicester. 11 shots to Brentford, 13 to Leicester. They've had 2 on target. We've only had 1 on target. 8 corners to 4 to Brentford. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Mike. Depends if Manchester United come in for him, I guess. Villa 3, Bournemouth 0. It's all over there at Villa Park. Time's running out here. The clock is ticking down. It's 87 minutes here on the clock. Coming up to 88. Oh, good defending by Leicester. Now, Vardy, what can you do with it? Passes it out here to Barnes. Got nowhere to go with it. So he passes it. Well, he tries to put Vardy through, but it's well headed out by the... well headed out there by the defender. And, again, defending there by Leicester. A bit lucky. Got away with it. Bring it forward, lads. Come on. Maddison. Oh, Maddison. All right, you got a free kick, but they've got all the players back now. Don't fucking right there smiling. And if you hadn't been so tried to be so bloody greedy, you might have passed it to somebody. But now, of course, we give them a chance to defend. Oh, yeah, look at this. Inacho, 89 minutes. Inacho's coming on. Not sure who's going off at the moment. Maddison. The one player who's looked decent. $89 minutes. That's a really good time to make a substitution, isn't it? Nacho comes on 89 minutes. I mean, I know that Maddison was pointing at his legs. Five minutes extra time. We've got to get them out, haven't we? We've got to get them out. Five minutes. Can either side nick a win? Leicester have got it at the moment. Oh, Barnes and Dewsbury Hall. We do, Gray. Hey, we're all old gits on this channel. This should be the log channel. Leicester's old gits. Oh, fucking hell. Penalty to Southampton. You being serious? Another book. Oh, a red card! A red card for Tony, is that? No, not for Tony, but it's a red card. It could be for Baptiste. Second bookable offence. I'm 62 next week, Jeff. I'm Harry Enfield. Calm down, calm down. Let's have a look at this. Oh, yeah, it was... fair play. Okay, I take it back. The referee made the right call there. He trod on it. I mean, I think that could have been a red card on its own. It's Dewsbury Hall that's down. Oh, Gray, you're an old man. You're an old man, Gray. Old Gitsville, yeah. So Baptiste is off for Brentford. So Brentford are making a substitution. Mebuma is off and Janssen is on. Janssen, of course, who used to play for Leeds, and he was the guy that didn't want the goal ball to go in. Do you remember for that playoff or the league game between Villa and Leeds? Dewsbury Hall is hobbling, but he's back up. 93 minutes. There's 5 minutes. That will be some time, more time added on. 4-2 to Leeds. Fucking hell. Southampton equalised. Yeah, Southampton 3, Spurs 3. If you think 62 is young, mate, bloody hell. Come on, Leicester, just come on. We deserve this. It's about time we have some luck go our way. Don't know how our MG's thing is going with his goals. Mike, Mr. Green, number 22, Dewsbury Hall, plays it out to the far side. Pratt's got the ball. Not seen an awful lot of him since he came on. Back to Samari. He chips it into the box. Oh, goes all the way through. And it's a Brentford goal kick. I think we'll have time for them to take it because, of course, we did have the sending off in stoppage time. Yeah, Gray. Whatever. Guys, it's still going on. It's not full time yet for me. So just be careful on those comments. I don't want to give a late red card like Baptiste just got. There's a free kick to Brentford. And now it is all over. 1-1. Well, what do we make of that? Is a point going to be good enough to save Brendan? I think it will. I don't think he was ever going to get sacked anyway. We showed some fight. but was it enough? Let's just get a few comments in here. Small step in the right direction, says LCFC. Don't know whether to laugh or cry. A point means Roger stays. Mike says he's 20 next birthday. That's almost worth the time out, mate. One more point than I expected, so happy to take it. Let's have a look. I would sum this game up in one word: meh. Good point. Jeff says his one. Yeah, I've seen you, Grace. She's right. Okay, look, let's get rid of all of this, and let's have a look how that table is looking, shall we? And then we'll bring Brad in for a quickie. Story of his life. Let's get rid of that, and let us not yet. There we go, and put that one up instead. A point, Brad.
It's better than none, isn't it? Which is what we've been used to getting, so I'll take it. I mean, it's only fair, isn't it? They were our first ever draw at home this season, so it's only fair we went there and got a draw and got our first away draw this season.
Yeah, so, I mean, just out of interest, we are now actually sat in 16th. Leeds are 14th.
What's the other results?
The other results are, and let's have a look because we can see how we are doing points wise. So it was earlier on. What was it? It was 2-1 last night, wasn't it? To Newcastle.
Yeah, to Newcastle.
It was 1-2. Villa was 3-0. Oof. Nearly got a point there, Brad, at 2-0. Leicester was 1-1. So we're all safe. Southampton was 3-3.
Fuck. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And Wolves 2, Leeds 4.
Oh.
So let's just say how many points this week. Okay. So
not many.
You and me have both got a point from last night. We all got a point for Villa. And that, I think, is it, guys. That's as good as it gets.
We're all so awesome at being bad, aren't we?
Yes. Steve has 1 and you and me have 2 points.
See, even when we're doing bad, he can't catch up, bless him.
No, when we do bad, he does bad. Brendan to stay now? Will it keep him in a job?
It's just apparent it is. I mean, this result will boost them in a way. Well, the second half will, if they can do that again a little bit, because the first half was so meh that the second half probably looked a little bit better than it did because there was not really much to go on in the first half. But it's something. I don't know what it is, but it's something. I mean, points are vital. I still reckon 35 will be enough to keep teams up this season. I think that's how close it is. We need something. We need to be getting points, and I think we are past that point with Rodgers. I think this is it. We're living by the sword. We're dying by the sword with Rodgers.
This is the last chance, I think, for them to get rid of him, because they would have then 2 weeks to bring somebody in.
Yeah, if he's still here after this result, which he most likely will, because he will do what he's very good at doing, and it's what any manager's very good at doing when they're trying to spin a positive on things, and he'll say they worked hard, which he did, and they did more than deserving of the point, to be perfectly honest, with the performance they put in. I mean, if only Danny Ward had been in the first half to save it, we could have put Iverson on for the second half and he could have played chess with him, because he didn't have much to do, did he? Which was good. Which is good. It's what you kind of need when it's your first Premier League game. You know.
That second half, in fairness, we were well in it. I'd say we were the better team in the second half overall.
We were, and that's even with me having to deal with commentary from a commentator that was clearly a Brentford fan, because, I mean, you talk about a game of 2 halves, that was about the only thing he said that was right, because Brentford seemed to try to hold on to not capitulate in that second half, in all fairness. We didn't do a great deal with it in the final third, but they were there for the taking. Certainly were with how we were going.
But defending did not impress me. I've got to be honest with you.
It was a performance of a team that were just desperately grabbing to grab something from a game and soon. I think it did just enough to kind of nullify them. I mean, they only had one more shot on target than we did, and we only had two shots on target. One shot on target, I think.
Yeah,
so
1 to them with shots on target. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you could look at it that way and say, well, they did the job in a desperate situation. We've seen them perform better, and when we've lost, actually, haven't we, Chris? So we know that's not too big a concern. Although, hot topic maybe for the post match, Harry Suter is actually the better signing out of him and FaZe. I'm more calmer when he's dealing with a ball than I am FaZe. I'm sorry, he does what we want. He's that Harry Maguire replacement, and that's why I'd say. Hot topic for those if you join us in the post match and want to disagree. I'll put your point across. I'm saying Harry Suter is actually the better signing we've made this January window and in the summer.
Yeah, bring that up, and we'll see what they say. Kate actually said Blue Kate, and good luck to United tomorrow. Yeah, Blue Kate sounds awful when I call her that, doesn't it? I know more than anybody else does. No, I don't, seriously. But, she said, it's like Harry Maguire Mark II, and he has got that. And at one point, he went all Brazilian on us in the opposition box.
Yeah, that's very true. He went all... he thought he was Roberto Carlos playing centre-back for a minute, didn't he?
Yeah.
Which is good to see. It's good to see we have missed that ability. And I know FaZe has technically been trying it as that more of an aggressor, and it hasn't kind of worked, but he does go on runs. So, I think today we kind of knew if we was going to get anything, we were going to have to stretch to get positives from it. And the positive is we've scored a goal. We haven't lost a game. And they played half decent in that second half. But not to dampen the mood, but we're used to seeing that, aren't we? We know what the side's capable of. Show me something
but at least
we don't know is there.
We've got a point, which is more than we have been coming away with, But very interesting. Luke's just said here, after the international break, it is Wolves versus Forest. And, of course, we will have Palace. So who knows? Ralph Huthenhall may be in charge at Palace when we take them on. Or it could be Big Woy again. Who knows? Or I should say Old Woy.
That's something that, that'll be interesting. I mean, Luke already knows I'm going to go for a Wolves win because I'd rather keep Forest in trouble than have Wolves start to be a team that we don't have to sort of worry about.
Yes.
And then if we can beat Palace, like I said, this point's going to be vital. I know we've done a few different predictions. We worked it out differently. I mean, at one point we were chasing down Europe, I think, when we did the predictions with me, you and Dave.
We were being, some of us, not, we're being a little bit blue-tinted spectacles, but...
But in another prediction, I also only got us to have like 11 more points than what we were on, which got us about 35. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll just enjoy it.
We'll obviously talk more in the post match, but very quickly, Everson to stay for the next game.
He's going to kick Danny Ward to the curb. You might as well stick with you, or at least have the bottle to stick with replacing him. Look, and all joking aside, everybody knows I'm actually all pro for whoever's in goal for Leicester. They play for Leicester and he's been trusted with the goalkeeping because I'm going to back him. I don't know if I've told anybody this. If you're new to the show, I'm a former goalkeeper myself, you see. So I'm part of the union.
No.
I know. Spoiler alert. I clip it. The first time ever, a secret reveal. Brad is a former goalkeeper, never mentioned before. He didn't have anything to do, which was good. I mean, Ward must be sitting there thinking about putting a hex on him because he gets all this slating and but Everson didn't do anything to not warrant being picked. I mean, Ward would have saved the goal, but that aside, it's all right.
And
he did all right.
Last thing before we go, and like I said, we will discuss all these points more in the post-match. Will be sometime between 6 and half 6, depending when I get the bits done. But LCFC believer here, Vardy coming on and Daka going off. I mean, you're chasing a win and yet you bring on the player that's only scored one goal all season.
Yeah, it's Brendan Rodgers' tactics. We'll be surprised by anything that Brendan Rodgers throws at us at all in life. With Brendan Rodgers, it's always going to be I'll put Vardy on first, and then I'll put Daka on for 3.5 minutes of injury time.
Well,
when you know we had them on the back foot, he should have gone to a 2. But it's Brendan. I'm so used to it. I'm numb to his decision making. In essence, it nearly works because we got a few balls high up in the pitch, and we just lack that indecision making to maybe have made anything of it. But yeah, I'm with you. I mean, I know we'll do the ratings in the show, but I don't know if people will think much about my rating when I give it for Daka. They might look a bit confused, but for what he got in the first half, which wasn't a lot, I will say I felt sorry for Daka being the sacrifice after 60 minutes because he looked like a bloke who had just scored a decent goal against a decent side and went, you know what, I'm feeling a bit confident because his chances weren't too far today.
He was the one that was causing them trouble when we as the team weren't.
Yeah, and I think you needed to do what he'd done before and sacrifice someone in that midfield and change it to 2 up front. But
Nacho,
it is what it is.
Leading striker out the 3 comes on the 89th minute. Yeah, that's really going to make a difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
We will discuss these things, Brad. Thank you so very much. At least we are not discussing a loss.
Yeah, I know. It feels like it's been an entire season since we've last discussed something that wasn't a defeat. So,
and I got to say, this guy took his chance well.
It's amazing what you can do when Leicester play attacking, flowing, free-flowing football for 3.5 seconds, isn't it?
It is. You said that in the chat. I agree with you.
And women say they're not impressed when men go fast for 3.5 seconds. I bet there's some women cheering that performance for 3.5 seconds.
My wife would be one of them. Right.
It's a great finish. And it's just, that was Leicester-esque, wasn't it? The finish. It was Leicester-esque.
That was something my wife never said to me. Great finish. On that note, I'll see you in about an hour, mate.
See you later. See you later, mate.
That's popping on. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, dear. The thing is, I'm not joking. Okay, guys, ladies and gentlefolk.
Coming up next on Leicester Till I Die TV.
We're going to be back in an hour. We're going to be doing the post-match. I was ready to let go on one. Maybe we're turning the corner. Look, one swallow doesn't make a summer, as they say. Who knows? One blue bowl doesn't make... let's have all of those, but look, we've got a point. Like I say, we'd have maybe taken that at the start. We're looking at a Brentford side that's going for Europe. Good point for the Foxes, later. Brad, I can last 2 seconds, says Gray. I certainly was, and I'm a girl. Indeed, LCFC. And cheers, Chris and Brad. Now, you are all very welcome. I know, why did he... he came on, but just bring him on for the 89th minute. What the bloody hell? Anyway, we'll discuss that more in the post-match. Thank you to everybody that has been listening in. If you have been on podcast, thank you so much. That is extremely kind of you. If you've been watching on YouTube or on Twitch, Leicester Till I Die TV, thank you very much. Before you go, give that subscribe button a click, smash the likes. It all helps with the channel. And if, by any chance, you've got a little bit of spare cash, why not subscribe? It's only $1.99 a month. Go on. You know you want to. And if you don't, I might have to send this guy round. See you in an hour.
Thanks for watching. These videos are tremendous. You'd better like them too, or I'll be back.
This podcast is proud to be part of the TalkSport Fan Network. TalkSport. Powered by fans.
That's all, folks.
Thanks for watching Leicester Till I Die. This is Chris saying goodbye and see you next time.
Leicester till we die.
was Dr. Goodhead.